Volkswagen Polo has just completed 10 years in Indian car market, and to celebrate this occasion, we went to Nashik, जहां पर इंतजार कर रही थी बहुत ही खास पोलो कार्स, कुछ ओल्ड ब्यूटीज और कुछ हार्डकोर वर्जन जिन्हें चलाने के लिए हम भी थे तैयार। तो बड़ी मुश्किल से इसमें बैठा हूं और लेट्स गो। शुरुआती लैप उतना आसान नहीं लग रहा है जितना लगने वाला था। फिर से यहाँ पर रिवर्स लेना पड़ा, लॉक नहीं हुई गाड़ी। जितना आई एम श्योर जितना मुझे फास्ट लग रहा है अंदर से कार है नहीं बाहर से। वाह, ये मेरा तीसरा यहाँ पर लैप है। देखते हैं, टर्न हुई हो गई। ऑलराइट, निकल गई। तो 3 जगह स्टीयरिंग पूरी लॉक करनी। अब ये चेकर्ड फ्लैग दिख गया, यानी मेरा थर्ड लैप है, ये लास्ट लैप है, सॉरी। Polo was launched in the year 2009 और उसके बाद हमने उसके कई और वर्जन्स को देखा। शुरुआत में जहां 1.2 लीटर डीजल या 1.6 लीटर पेट्रोल इंजन के साथ कार आई थी, उसके बाद हमने पोलो GT को भी आते हुए देखा था, TDI एंड TSI वर्जन बोथ। इसके अलावा हमने देखा पोलो क्रॉस भी जो 2013 में आई थी। फिर 2016 में कंपनी ने लॉन्च की पोलो GTI 1.8 लीटर TSI इंजन से लैस, जिसकी ताकत थी 189 हॉर्स पावर। और इन सब फिगर्स ने बनाया पोलो को एक बहुत ही डिस्टिंक्ट और लाइकेबल कार। लेकिन नया वर्जन अभी तक इंडियन कार मार्केट में क्यों नहीं आया? और फिर हमें Volkswagen से पता चला कि नई पोलो आने वाली है बिल्कुल नए प्लेटफॉर्म पर, वो भी मेड फॉर इंडिया मॉडल के तौर पर।
I think it's a proof of a success story where we can learn a lot for the future as well. That you have the right people trained at the dealerships with the right service quality.
So Steffen, just talk about, we heard or we saw the presentation. What's so special as far as 10 years learning as far as Polo is concerned for Volkswagen India?
I think it's a proof of a success story where we can learn a lot for the future as well. So the launch was done very well. The quality of the car was right on the spot. We have evolutionary wise always improved our vehicle over time. We have stabilized and have a very high residual value. So a lot of this business case can be used for future launches as well. So 50% of our volume today is catered by the Polo. We have the highest satisfaction ratings on this vehicle, and at the same time also, as you know, 3 times in a row won the JD Power Quality Index. So there's a lot of things to learn from that vehicle launch in that 10 years.
And you must have got lots of feedback. We also get about after-sales service and maintenance costs. So what are you doing about that?
So we tackled this already pretty decisive. So also here you have to look at it in a 360. So the first thing, if it comes to total cost of ownership and experience, is that you have the right people trained at the dealerships with the right service quality. I'm very proud to say today only 1.2% of our vehicles have to come back because they have not been repaired correctly. So that is very important for the customers, that they get value for the money they spend. Secondly, we took decisive steps on the quality, on the factual costs. So we reduced in Q1 last year our parts prices by on average 15% to get a better offer for our customers. And at the same time, we in January this year standardized 4-year warranty, 4-year roadside assistance and 3 services for all our vehicles. On top of it, we are offering a variety of special value packages for our customers to have a peace of mind experience. Yeah? So they don't have to worry about anything. They purchase for a pretty decent price, 10,000 rupees, the service maintenance package, and they don't have to worry about anything but put the gasoline in the car.
But when Polo, you talk about Polo being a solid product from and performing so well from last 10 years, why are you not bringing the new Polo to India?
India has a peculiar special legal situation. There's a sub-4 meter category. And this is nowhere around the world. And the Polo, which we are currently selling in its 6th generation, is 4 meter 05. So it requires additional engineering investment. And with the resources which we are having in the R&D center in Pune now, we have a separate R&D center right now already established, we will be able to do this engineering work. And therefore it's not yet launched.
Okay, so we are going to see India-specific Polo very soon.
We are working on this A0 MQB platform, yeah, on multiple options, and one is definitely the Polo.
How do you see the Indian market doing right now? Slow down, electric vehicles, future of mobility. How do you see that, and how do you plan to tackle
it? First of all, let's be positive. Yeah? India is still a 3 million market. There's a lot of, there's a big pond to fish in. Yeah? So it's a lot of potential. And there's a growing need for individual mobility. So our job is to give good value for the customer, offer very interesting propositions, and at the same time, I think we have to come to a more rational discussion in order to get the sensibility out of the system. I personally believe in the Indian market. I think it's a huge opportunity market, and it will come back. Does it come back this year so fast? I don't think so. It will be a little bit in this, but it will stabilize, definitely.
You also think that before BS6 hits, lots of BS4, I mean, that time the sales might go up?
Yes, definitely. You know, in particular in the diesel area, where we will see that a lot of our competitors are going out of diesel, because diesel will be extremely more expensive. I think there will be a push coming, and customers then also understand they don't have any deficiencies by driving a Bharat 4 car. It's not. You can use the petrol exactly with the same emissions level. But I believe heavily in the substance of the Indian market and in the hunger of our customers out there for individual mobility.
And electric cars?
From a Volkswagen perspective, we are ready. You know, I think we are one of the manufacturers who has the biggest push into electrification right now. We will be only brand Volkswagen in the next 4 years launching 25 vehicles, electrified. Yeah? It will be a big push. Coming to India, I'm not sure whether the country and the infrastructure is ready. Yeah? It requires a lot. It's not only requiring some charging stations somewhere, this you can build. It requires that the energy level is constantly available. It requires that the energy is also provided by clean energy provision. So 70% of the energy in India is currently done by coal. That is not a clean energy. And I also don't think that at the moment in India, the purchase power is there to cater to the needs of these electrified cars.
So this year, next year, no electric vehicles from Volkswagen?
No.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
तो जैसा कि हमें पता है कि कुछ मज़ेदार चीज़ के लिए थोड़ी कीमत अदा करनी पड़ती है, और यहाँ जो पोलो RX है उसे चलाने में तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा मज़ा आया, लेकिन अब देखते हैं निकलेंगे कैसे। आई डोंट नो आप विजुअल्स में गाड़ी कितनी तेज़ भाग रही थी, लेकिन मेरे दिमाग में तो बहुत ज़्यादा तेज़ भाग रही थी।